Hello, I'm going to show you how to make something really straightforward and very, very simple today. This is something that we occasionally make when we're putting a dessert platter together for guests that we have. When we do desserts, there's a tendency to be a lot of nuts and a lot of coconut oil and so on, and they can be quite heavy. So we like to offset it by having something that contains neither of those. So these are just like, what could we call them? Surprise confectionery, surprise balls, whatever you like to call them. It only takes 4 ingredients and they're very, very similar in amount. So we've got dates here, vine fruit here, so sultanas, raisins, whatever you happen to have. I've just shredded some coconut, desiccated coconut is fine, obviously. And I've chosen frozen cherries, and I'm going to use them as they're frozen because they're much easier to use. These are just going to be little balls with cherries in the middle. Very, very straightforward. I'm going to show you how to do it. So first of all, because this is a relatively small amount, I'm going to use a small blender rather than a big one. So all it takes is putting all of the ingredients in except for the cherries. So in go the coconut, so the shredded coconut, the vine fruit, and the dates. So that's about as full as it can get in here now. So that's enough for this blender. So I'm going to blend it up. Because this takes a little while and because it's noisy, we'll pause it and come back to it when I've done. So I'll just start it off and then we'll pause it. Okay, that should be good enough. Let's have a look. Yes, it is. Once it's gone into a congealed mass like that, you know it's ready to use. So this is the next bit. This is where the magic happens.
And this is usually the point at which I appear, because I usually or sometimes get a chance to taste it, but on this occasion I won't because I don't want to get in the way.
But on another occasion, or afterwards, please do. I'm convinced, because of the proportions we've used, that this will be fine. So what I do is I put about a teaspoon plus into the palm of my hand. This is going to be a big one actually, but it makes it easier to show it. Flatten it out reasonably well. Don't want it too thin, neither should it be too thick. And then just pick one of the cherries, or possibly 2. Let's put 2 in this one because it's a big one. And fold it over, like that. Squeeze it tight shut. Roll it a little bit again. Keep closing that gap. And this is actually enormous. Whoever gets this one is it'll feel like that. But that's Graham's. Yes, that's Graham's. So it's a fairly good. Could be better, but it's a fairly good ball now. So I'm just going to roll it in some coconut, but you could roll it in some. Let me think. Raspberry powder, blueberry powder. If you want some nuts in it, you could make some almond powder.
Or maybe some cacao powder?
Yeah, possibly, I don't know. It depends on your
Try
taste. Depends on your taste, yeah. We do often use raspberries in this, but I'm using cherries today, but raspberries work perfectly well too. And these are going to go into a jar like that.
Did you mention about it's better to use frozen berries?
I think, yeah, I think that's a good question. I think it's really much easier to use frozen berries because obviously they remain firm and you can work around them much more easily. And they thaw once you put all of this into the fridge. The other thing I should mention is I've talked about preparing desserts for guests that we have for raw food lunches. When we're preparing for guests, in my case, my hair goes back and aprons go on. So, but this is for us, so doing it the slightly prettier way. And I'll do one more just to demonstrate again how that works. So maybe I'm getting a bit too much here. Let's do a smaller one.
It's fairly straightforward. Even I can do it. So when it comes to things using my hands. Not the best, but that I can do this as well.
So it's a nice flat piece of the mixture. I'm going to try and find a nice big cherry going. This one that's fairly large. They're still frozen, so this is still working perfectly well. Oh, it's another nice big one. Is it yours?
Does that mean I get 2? Wow, that must have been good.
Okay, so there we go. Nice and round. Roll it around in the shredded coconut. And top it in the jar, and they'll ultimately all go in the fridge. So this will make probably, well, basing on the size I'm making at the moment, it'll probably make 6, maybe even 8. So give it a go, it's so easy. Just maybe don't eat them all at once. Thank you for watching.